Hiya, Scrappy Peeps! Suzanna here today for the March A Cherry on Top YouTube hop, where the theme is layered stencils. So that is the Simon Hurley stencil that I am working with, and those are the colors. So I am new to this. I'm not new to stenciling, but I'm new to layered stencils. And unfortunately, the back half, the process part of my video, stopped recording at the end of the stencil application, so I will talk you through layered stencils, and then if I have time I'll talk you through what I did for my layout, but it's pretty simple. So with layered stencils, so I have 3 layers to my stencil here. I highly recommend, especially after you wash them for the first time, that before you use them, you write front A, front B, and front C. And you might even want to put like TL at the top left corner and BR on the bottom right corner so that you know which direction they all face up. Or you could draw a star so that when after you wash them and you have no idea which ones go, you know how to position them. So this is easy for me because I have used tape and I've got them. This is the first time that I'm using them. And so it's pretty obvious. You want to have something to always line the stencils up with. And so I know I'm lining it up with that top left corner. I'm going to work on a diagonal here, and I know I don't need the whole 12 by 12 piece. I need like the bottom right moving up and in about 1.5 to 2 inches. And so you'll see when I move down there that I use pencil line to line up the stencil there. So my first layer I have done in that evergreen bough. I decide not to use that cracked pistachio that I have at the top right. And then I'm doing the flowers. And I'm actually going to double layer up the ink for the flowers, and I'm going to use, I forget what color this is, but sort of that corally color, which is saltwater taffy, and then I'm going to use that pink kitsch flamingo on top of that. So what I love about the layering of the, within the same layer of stencil, so adding 2 colors, is that you can get shadow and a little bit more blending. I am using Distress Oxide, so that does add a different dimension to it because of the opaqueness, I'll go with that word, of them. Also, you can see that I moved from holding the handle of the brush up to actually holding the head of the brush. I highly recommend, if you're going to be applying color through stencils, that you invest in these brushes. You can see I have some colored ones, and then I actually have, so for this coral color, I'm using brushes that aren't color coordinated, and that's absolutely fine because as soon as you pick up the brush you can see what color that is. I don't do this enough that I have a brush for each color. I do have every color of Distress Oxide ink, but I am just going to for now use, you know, yellow is yellow, and if I get a little bit of darker yellow when I want lighter yellow, I'll just kind of brush it off. You do have to, if you only pounce the head onto the ink pad, you're only going to pick up a light amount of color. So you can control how much color you pick up. See there, I picked up a lot of pink, and I didn't have to swirl it around quite so much in order to carry that much ink. So those are my tips to you for layered stenciling. So from this, I'm going to actually cut this and put this on a piece of background piece. And this is my background, and then I'm going to stitch it. And then I'm going to use the True Stories, Simple Stories collection, True Colors, sorry, Simple Stories collection to do a really simple layout. It's 2 4x3 photos that I did not cut apart. And then a 2 4x3, and then a 6x4 pocket card. And that is pretty much the layout, followed by a ton of embellishments. I'm just going to layer up embellishments. So the beautiful thing about these layered stencils is that you are creating background, right? Or pattern paper in a way. So I'm controlling where the pattern is going with this layered stencil, which is super awesome. So you'll see here I'm applying yellow, which is actually a lighter color. It's a brighter color, but it's kind of considered a lighter color than the colors I've already used, but I'm putting it on top and it turns out perfect. Like, it isn't really a blended color. It's beautiful when you use these Distress Oxides. And I love the way that it fades because I didn't rub as hard there. So look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So while I may have balked originally when we had to do this challenge, I am so glad that they forced me to do something outside of my comfort zone because I absolutely love the softness of this layout. So this is where I'm telling you, you definitely need something to line up your stencils so that you're not spending time figuring out right way, wrong way. And it's pretty obvious here using them a second time because I've already got the color sitting on top. These stencils wash out super easy if it was no work. Like literally the ink ran off under the water with the Distress Oxides. I can't attest to any other form of ink, but I am a Distress Oxide gal. I do like my Pinkfresh Studio cubes that I have as well. So that, my friends, is how to use layered stencils in a very quick nutshell. I apologize for not having the process video, but this is a hop, so leave a comment in order to be entered to win a $25 gift card. I believe it's 25 to the Cherry on Top shop, and hop over to the other gals' YouTube channels to see what it is that they have to share with you. There is some amazing inspiration. Thanks for stopping in today. If you're new, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Come back again soon. Take care.